Shalom, shalom, my people. Shalom, shalom, my people. Shalom, shalom, my people. This is a glorious day. I feel extra blessed. Don't know why, but I'm enjoying the feeling. Today, drinking goat fuel. I done had it before, and this is one of the. I look at all the ingredients when I buy stuff. Sometimes I used to go in the store and buy stuff. Now I go in the store, I walk around and read, and I read what I buy. And I know one thing: lamb has gone up. Lamb is $30, but that's one of the highest protein or food that you can eat. Okay, if you get tired, try lamb. Try cooking some lamb. You can cook it different ways, but try cooking lamb. But anyway, this is a good natural drink. It got natural caffeine that come from natural plants and stuff like that. So that would make it good. And I want to give yourself a round of applause. Give yourself a round of applause, yeah. Matter of fact, give yourself another one. Well, today's lesson is called Scattered Among the Heathen Nation. Well, first I want to get to some stuff that's out. But it's concerning us, the Hebrew Israelites. And this is what I want to get out. The Southern Poverty List put the Hebrew Israelites on the terrorist list. That's us. Because we're putting out this word and they can't. Let me turn this light off right here. I think it's a distraction. Yes. They have put us on the list. I want you to check this out. And see that they know that the truth is coming out and they try to do anything to discourage the truth. I think this is the time when we're going to get tested. When God said, many shall be put in jail and prison for my name's sake. Well, I think we're going to get tested. This is the time because it's getting close and they know it and they don't want this word to go out. But the Ku Klux Klan is not on that list. I'm reading civil rights books. I'm almost done with this one. Civil rights movement. The Carnal Commission report for 1967. White Fear by Roland Martin. The Civil Rights Act of 1964. I already read that one. The Constitution of the United States and the Declaration of Independence. I haven't read that one yet. But I'm reading these books, but they telling me I'm on the terrorist list, but I have seen the Ku Klux Klan destroy people, go to people's houses, burning stuff on their yard. And right now they still have the Ku Klux Klan, which is the Proud Boys now. The Ku Klux Klan are coming back because they are marching in different states. But they got us on the list but these people who I'm reading about during the Civil War, I'm during the Civil Rights Movement, during that period of time, and back then during slavery, when the so-called black people were free from slavery, the Ku Klux Klan became prominent because a lot of people still ain't want to obey by what they so-called let us free. So you had the voting in 1950, 1940, when we was voting. Because people don't know that we used to vote before this. They were letting us vote when we came out of slavery, when Abraham signed the bill or signed the letters out. Don't you know we were voting? But then these people said, nah, we can't have this here. So they took it off the Constitution and started killing us, started bringing the Ku Klux Klan. So what we were doing, we fought for it. We marched, we did this stuff. But I'm telling you to let you know that the word of God is true. And they try in anything in their power to quit this word from coming out. But Muslim, Seventh-day Evangelists, all that stuff, it's free to do whatever they want to do, especially Christianity. Christianity lets you do what you want. You can be anything you want to be in Christianity. You can come to the church, anything you want to be. 4 states, which include Florida, 4 states is legal for bestiality. Pull up 4 states. Say, get on your phone and say, what 4 states are free to do bestiality. Florida is one of them. But you looking at us because we trying to change our people's lives. We trying to tell you to come out of the Christian church, come out of your different religion, and come back to the Most High, and He will bless you. He will free you. We'll be getting what we just do. But right now we're getting what? Well, we're getting what God said He's gonna give us. And so I want to go through a few things, and the reason why we're going through what we're going through. This is what the Most High said we're gonna do because we disobeyed the law, statute, and commandment. I believe my job is to come here and tell us to get back to the law, statute, and commandment, where we can have a better life. We can have a better life. You can be secure in who you are and knowing that the Most High is on your side. But He is not on our side as long as we disobey the law. He said we shall be the tail, not the head. We shall borrow and not lend. We shall be in want of all things. You shall be a byword. You shall be an astonishment. I will smack you with consumption, which was and blisters and mildew. That is inflammation in your body. Ulcer, cancer, blood pressure, cholesterol, heart attacks, strokes. All this stuff, God said He gonna put upon us because we disobeyed the law, statute, and commandment. If you want to know who you are in this Bible, go read Deuteronomy 28, 15 through 68. It tell you that you should hate you should have hate in your eye for your brother, which is self-hate, why we kill each other. Your wife should your wife should hate you in their heart. They should hate their daughters. All this is what we are. We are 90% of all this stuff happened to us. Of course, you got a few people that God bless. God said, I have blessed you even though I have not known you. Let me start off by reading some of the stuff that God said is going to happen to us. And the thing about it, I give you scriptures. I give you scriptures for you can go to and learn on your own. This is where you can start reading your Bible and find out who you are. We are waking up. Don't believe everything that you see on the news and on TV. They show all us doing the bad part of life. But they'll never show them. But they always show us. The whole news is us, killing us. That's all they show us. When you look at the news, you don't see nothing about what they're doing now. That's just over there in Israel. They don't show Esau going, they'll talk about it, but they don't never bring up when Esau killed all the people. They go around killing people in schools. They don't bring up that. They just bring up what we do on the news. We are 60% of the news. When you turn on the news in the evening and in the morning, we're 60% of the news. It's always a breaking news. A shooting in the north side. They just had a shooting over there in Sherwood. If you live in Jacksonville, you know what Sherwood. I grew up in Sherwood. It was targeted. Guy was going in his house and they shot him. He's in the hospital with non-life-threatening injury right now. But that's all they show. They don't show them. They just show we 60% of the news because they want to keep in your head that you are nothing. But God, I'm trying to tell you you are something, but you have to come back to be who you really are. Genesis 15:13. And he said unto Abram, which is Abraham, know of a surety that thou seed shall be a stranger in the land that is not theirs, and serve them, and they shall be afflicted for 400 years. Who is that? You had the Egyptian captivity. You got the United States, which is North America, a land that we didn't know nothing about. Because we knew about that land. We knew about Egyptian. We knew about the Persian. We lived there during that time. So we knew about that. This is future thing. We knew about Egypt because we was in Egypt. We knew about that. We was in Israel. We was in Jerusalem. We knew about it. So this is something new. He said a land that your father didn't even know. Our father didn't know about nothing about North America, which is where we had in slavery. But our thing continuously going because we continue to disobey the laws and commandments. This is in Genesis. This is 15:13. God had already showed Abraham that we were going to be in slavery. We were going to come to the North Americas and be in slavery among the heathen. Because none of these people are not our people. We are the 12 tribes of Israel. I try to explain to people, but people call it hate. How is it hate to tell you to love yourself? Stop killing your brother. Stop degrading your women. Who stop eating food that gonna kill you? How is that hate? I'm telling you not to do things that the Bible says don't do, but you consider it hate. Deuteronomy 28, 63, and 64. It shall come to pass that as the Lord rejoice over you to do good, it shall come to pass that the Lord rejoice in you to do good. But check this out. And to multiply you, these blessings. So the Lord rejoice over you to destroy you the same way he enjoyed blessing you to do good. He enjoyed destroying you. He said destroy. And to bring you to naught, to bring you to nothing. And you shall be plucked from off the land, rather thou go to possess it. In 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people. We are scattered. James 1:1, Jesus' brother said, we are scattered. We scattered all over to the Hebrew Israelites who are scattered. We all over the planet. We all over the earth. Thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thy forefather have known, even wood and stone. The first thing you do when you go to Christianity church, you see Jesus on the cross. That's wood. Stone is the Muslim. The cobblestone, which you walk around and kiss. God tell you who you're going to be worshiping. God predicted what you're going to be doing. And no, God telling you what you're going to be doing. And you see us doing it. We're the only nation of people that does that. The law was not given to them. Law said, you scattered. I brought you out of this promised land that I gave you. I'm scattering you. Your forefather don't know these God. They didn't know nothing about no Muslim. And they don't know nothing about no Christianity. This is a man-made religion. When we came into slavery, they taught us Christianity. And people say, miss me with this. Or the Bible was man-made, man-written. Every book you got was man. Who else gonna write it? But you just don't know who wrote it. If you knew that the people look like you wrote the Bible that was that God gave inspiration to, then you understand. But guess what? Miss me with that. You done went to school for 12 years. Now you're in college for 8. Man wrote them books. I'll never see you get up and say, man wrote that book. But you studied and you use it on your job. You get your degree and go to school. You get your go to school, get your degree, and go give. And you get what you do. You give them people your paper and say, hey, I'm certified. A man wrote this and made you certified. But when you come to the Bible, oh, I don't believe that. It don't make no sense. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it, and I don't want to get it. Deuteronomy 32:26. I said, I will scatter them into corners. I will make the remembrance of them they don't cease from among men. They don't know who we are. They don't know that we are the children of Israel. God said, it doesn't cease among men. The first thing you do is say, what is your nationality? Oh, I'm a Baptist. That's a religion. How ignorant does that sound? Because we don't know. It sounds ignorant to me because I know, but it sounds plain to you because you think that's your nationality. You think your nationality is a religion that you study. But we the only people that do that. Go ask a white man who he is. Go ask a Japanese man who he is, a Korean man. They know who they are. How come we are the only ones that don't know who we are? Psalms 44. No, Nehemiah 1, chapter 1, verse 8. Remember, I beseech thee, the word that thou commandest thou servant Moses, saying, if you transgress, I will scatter you abroad among nations. Moses gave us a law. Moses gave us a law. And God said, as you transgress against that law, I'm going to scatter you. So we scattered because we transgressed the law. We're not home. You know you're not home. This is not your place. This is not your residency. Even our ancestors were saying, son, come on, charity, come on to carry me home. They know this wasn't our home. We done came here and made this our home. When you make something your home, you comfortable in it. You love this here Americas. No matter how they treat you, you beg to be with them. I'm reading these civil rights books, people. I'm reading these books. I say, because first God had me reading all the books about, reading all the movies and reading books about the war. World War I, World War II, World War III. So I got my information out of that. I know that when the camps come, the Civil War comes, the same thing that happened in World War I, World War II, World War III, World War II, because World War III coming, it's the same thing that's going to happen in World War III. So God got me prepared for this. God has blessed me with an amount of knowledge. Because he gave me prepared. Because I used to, God, why I'm watching all these Hitler movies? Well, the same way that Hitler treated them people, the same way that the United States of America going to treat us when the war comes. Every war that we done been in, you go to war. I'm reading the civil rights books. You couldn't even vote in 1965, 1960, 61, 62, 63, but you in wars. The book says that when we went to war, the people who we were fighting walked freely through the camp. But the American black man had a certain area that he can go in. But you fight for them. Liberation for the other nation. But your own country treated you like slaves in the war. They only use us. This is not our home. I'm reading these books, man. It's in these books. They're telling us how they treat us. History repeats itself. So when you're ready to go on World War III, you're going to be treated the same way. You're going to be limited to what you can do, But the people you fighting, they're going to have Rome over all of it. Psalm 41, chapter 41, verse 11. That has given us like a sheep appointed to meat. It has scattered us among the heathen. God keeps trying to tell you, I'm letting you know who you are. I'm asking a question. Why these verses that are in the Bible you never heard of? Because remember they start, I don't know if they still do it, but they do. They just start giving you the Bible, the little square, it'd be about that big. All they had was the New Testament in it, because you will never know who you are if you don't read the Old Testament and find out where you go. You'll never know why you up under these curses. You'll never know why they treat you right. You'll never know why that you chose to fight for a country that don't believe in you. You'll never know why that you going through what you're going through to fight. These people were little babies. Kids, all this 10 years old, standing in the front line getting beat by the police. Beaten by a KKK. Beaten by anybody that didn't like you. You'll never understand why you chose to do that, to eat with the people who hate you, that when you went in that restaurant, they spit in your food. They didn't like you. They were forced to do. Anytime somebody forced to do something, what you think they're going to do to the people who they forced to do it for? They're going to give you half-ass. Or they're going to denigrate your food. They're going to spit in your food. They're going to do anything, piss in your food, shit in your food, anything they do, and give it to you, and you want it. Why would you want to be with some people who don't want you? God said, come out of her. He ain't talking about getting on the airplane, going because you ain't got nowhere to go. Because everywhere you go in the world, the Japanese call you nigga. It's a video going out while these Japanese, they're doing the Olympics. When the people getting off the bus, they would call them nigger, 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 nigger. Nobody like you. God said that nobody gonna like you. Everywhere you go. So when you can't get on a plane and go somewhere, when the Bible said, come out of her, he talking about get your body and your mind out of the ways of this country that you in, wherever country you in. Get out of that lifestyle that you living over there. Okay, where you at? God said, come back to me. And for we got our laws. Why did they teach us to do that? These people are dead and gone, and they still exist. The Colonel Report, 1967, 1950, 1960, it's the same thing. It has not changed. Here to 2024. I said, I know my classmates, they praise Rebo, but they don't know the history of Rebo. I know the history of Rebo. And they would never understand about praising a school. You have no right to be praising these schools. You have no right to be going to these schools. You have no right to be alumni in these schools. You need to be alumni to the book, to this book. This is your alumni right here. They would never understand that. If they seen this video, they would never understand it. Because guess what? They don't talk to people who've been to these schools before they did. I did. And guess who I talked to? My sister. My sister was doing the segregation time. I'm reading these civil rights books. We should have been in our own school. I'm reading these civil rights books, and I'm talking to people. I dearly know these people because he's my sister. She's 65 years old. She know these things. So she told me about Rebo. She said she went to, and guess what? They had to fight every day at that school that you cherish so much. Now, the new school might be all right because it'll be consistent all us. Now we got a new beginning. But this school, the school back then, we shouldn't be praising that school. That building was haunted with spirits of our people getting beat to death. My sister told me to go to school, they had to fight every day. Blood everywhere. Getting hit in the head with the lockers. Those to the lock. They don't know nothing about this. Our people didn't even think to talk. That's why I don't go to none of this stuff. But they don't even know. They go there, they walk around praying. It's just like you going to your ancestral grave where they done hung them and you praising it. This is not your history. You don't know. Talk to people. Talk to your sister, your father, somebody who's older, 65 years old, and let them tell you what they had to go through to that school. So don't come to me telling me that this is what you are praising. We don't get it. She said she went to Howlers. The same thing. You find out. Check this out. I experienced racism. I was telling my grandson about how they shipped me to Dismore. Everybody know what Dismore live in Jacksonville. These teachers made me bend over, touch my doggone hand, my toes, and would beat me swat. These white teachers, I remember this good as day. I remember seeing that bus. I'm going down the street of Dunn's Avenue, which I didn't know what it was at the time. It was cows. Farm. We looking out the window. Where we going? Where we going? We got to the place around these bins. I told my grandson where it was. Cemeteries. We were scared. We got there. It was a school sitting in the middle of nowhere, and it opened up. It was school. We seen all these white people. We go to school. They treated us like crap. We were forced to go as kids to school that we shouldn't have been in. Should have been in our own black school. Psalms 106, 26 to 27. Therefore, he lifted up his hand against them, us. God lifted up his hand against us to overthrow them in the wilderness. We was in the wilderness. That's how you knew he talking about us, because we the 12 tribes that was in the wilderness. And Mount Sinai for 40 years. 27. To overthrow their seed. Their seed is us. We the seed. We the seed of the people that was in the wilderness. Also among the nations, and to scatter them into the land. We everywhere. That's why they don't want you reading the Old Testament, because they don't want you to know that you are the people that God scattered. You are the people that God is beating, whipping, and killing. God doing this stuff. God made us marching the thing before he can beat us. He's trying to see. God said, you will remember me in the land of your captivity. And God said, guess what? I will laugh at you. I will laugh at you in the time of your calamities. God saying this. Why didn't he tell you that God said this? Who you going to hate now? You can't hate the white man, because guess what? God sent them to do this to you, to wake you up. It's time for us to say the white man ain't doing, putting the blame on the white man. It's us now. We have the freedom now. We can read now. We can study now. We can come together as a people now. God, and get us out of this. It's not them now. It's us now. We are in control now of our own destiny now. All we got to do is just come back to the laws and statute commandment, and God will bless us as a nation. I was telling my grandson, I said, look, son, it's not an individual thing, it's a nation thing. We got to come out here as a nation. I said, we don't come out as a nation, we stuck, man. I said, one man ain't gonna come. Gosh, God is judging us as a nation. He keeps saying, your seed, I'm gonna scatter you among the heathen nation. He's talking about we are as a nation. So we don't come back as a people, we stuck. We individualize. New word, I guess, but it sounds good. It fit good. We individualize people. We only care about each other. We only care about ourselves, not each other. We hate each other. When the guy was on Breakfast Club is going around now, Mark Rubin, I don't know. The guy, I guess, I don't know who the guy is, but he's famous. Everybody know him. Black people, everybody. Meek Mill, him and Meek Mill then signed bill to get people out of probation and all this kind of stuff. Y'all heard on Breakfast Club. He said the only thing he hated is black on black because he been around Meek Mills and he see how black people hate black people. And you get mad at the man for saying something, and none of you Negroes get mad at the real truth. The real truth is he's telling the truth. You to my stay out of your kitchen. Well, hell, you ain't listening to nobody. You ain't even listening to your own mama. You ain't listening to your own mother. You don't listen to your own brother. And this man telling you this is what he see, this is what he experienced. You mad. You mad the same way you mad when Trump said black jobs. When I show my grandson every day black jobs. We come into the neighborhood, they're getting ready to put AT&T fiber. I said, son, this is what they talking about black jobs. I said, well, black people ignorant. We ignorant to the fact because we don't want to accept the truth. I said, this is what tomorrow. I show him black jobs that we used to have. I said, see the roofing? We used to be doing the roofing. I said, see the concrete? We used to be doing the concrete. Every job site you go to, I said, look at that boy, look at that, look. It's one black man on the job. All so-called Hispanics. But let me tell you something, people. God got a plan and it works. This is where the world gonna be destroyed at when a nuclear bomb comes. Right here in the United States of America. God has gathered. This is like when Moses gathered all the people and he bringing us out. We're coming home. So the Hispanic brothers that you see and sisters are us. You just need to get on board and start doing like this. You go to job site, they women's on job site, bringing them water, bringing them drinks. They ain't doing no hard labor. Some of them paying, but what they do, they bring they feeding their men food. Guess what? That's why they're better than us. Because we're supposed to be the top tribe, the tribe of Judah, so-called Negroes. But you see, the Mexicans come together as a family. They are in one house making money and they're working together. We are separate as a people. And God trying to get the so-called Negro to come back together as a people. Our Mexican brothers, they're coming together. I show my grandson a black job. I show my grandson unity amongst these people. Every new apartment you see building, you do it yourself. Get in your car, go to the apartment complexes that they building, these new condos and apartments. Go to, we just open up a new public. We pass by there every day, going to do these service, these people. Guess what? It's Mexicans out there. Used to be us. You might see one or two Negroes out there. Go with your own eye and see what's going on. Jeremiah 13:24. Therefore will I scatter them as stubble that passeth away by the wind of the wilderness. The stubble is like a fire. You see a fire, you see the stubble, and when it comes, the wind blows it. God, that's how he scattered us. Jeremiah 18:17. I will scatter them as with the east wind before the enemy. God said, I'm scattering you amongst your enemies as the east wind. When you know about the east wind, it blows. So God scattered us among everywhere we go, we are among our enemies. I will show them the back. And God said, you're gonna see the back of me. You ain't seeing the front because you're unworthy. Now somebody turn their back on you, I turn my back on you. God said that's what he did, that he turned his back on us. That's why we're going through what we're going through. In the day of their calamities, I just quoted it. God said your day of your calamity right now, you're on your calamity, you're getting beat, you worried, you sick, you all kind of problems in your body. And God said, I'm gonna turn my back on you. You praying, God. God said, no. Because you won't trust in me. You trusting in everything else but me. You trusting in your job. You trusting in your own health. You trusting in this, but guess what? You're not trusting in God. So God said, during your calamity, which we are in our calamities, and God turned his back on us. Ezekiel 11:16. Therefore say, thus saith the Lord God, although I have cast them far off among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet I will be to them a little sanctuary in the country where they shall come. Let me explain that scripture to you. God said, though I scatter you among your enemies, I scatter you all over the 4 countries of the earth, I still have a little sanctuary for you to come and get rest. Come to the Most High. God said, I still have a place in my heart for you. Just come back to me. You know how some days you just feel so wonderful? That's the little sanctuary of God. Now, some days your life is going great, no problem. It's your season. That's the little sanctuary of God. You know how your health is on point? Everything good, you're feeling good. That's your little sanctuary of God. You know how your family, your kid, you get together, everybody, you happy, you see everybody. That's your little sanctuary of God. Now you look at your bank account, you got more money than what you thought you should have had, and that's a little sanctuary of God. You know how your house is at peace, you at peace, you meet somebody, you at peace. That's your little sanctuary of God. God said, I am your little sanctuary in these countries. But people, start reading your books. This book tell you where you're going. I promise you, you're going backwards. Everything that you fought for during the civil rights in 1964, during the voting rights in 1965, they're going to take that away from you. Trump said if you be elected, they would never have to worry about electing a president because he's going to try to change the law. That's why he got all the Supreme Court that he picked during the presidency. Because, see, they playing ahead. We playing 1 hour. They playing months and years. Some of them 20, 30 years ahead. We playing 1 hour ahead. That's the far we can see. So God is waking us up as a people. So don't believe what they tell you, what you see on the news. He's waking us up. I see people waking up all over the place. People with their fringes. I ordered me some shirts with some more fringes on it. That's where you can know who you are. Your fringes will keep you from doing certain things because you'll think about what you're doing. It's one thing, a couple of things I want to address before I leave. 2nd Ezra 2:42, 43. 2nd Ezra chapter 2, verse 43. And in the midst of them, there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their head he set crowns and was more exalted, which I marvel at greatly. That's Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is going to be, it's a tall man. He the young man that anointed everybody with the crown of life. So Jesus Christ is a tall man. He's a big man, a man of stature. It's something else I want to get to. This one here was very, I want to get to this because God said he foreknew you. A lot of people have questions like why they baby deformed, why they born with certain things that's wrong with their life. And I'm trying to tell you something. God did this to you. God do this to you for you can be a praise to somebody. You see people that's in wheelchairs, that's in the Olympics. You see people in wheelchairs and they doing better than, they move around better than people who are not. You see people who are no legs get around better. You got our people 400-500 pounds in them little chairs killing themselves. You see people with one arm move. You see people with a lady with no legs, she cooking and with her toes and all that kind of stuff. They are a testimony to God. But check this out. This is what God says. Jeremiah 1:5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before God said, before I even made you in your mama belly, I already knew what you were going to be. And before thou came forth out of the womb, before you even came out of the womb, I sanctified thee and I ordained the prophets unto the nations. God said, I already knew who you were. I already know who you're going to be. I already know how your body was going to be. I already know how your eyes are going to look. I know how you're going to have a beard. I know how your head, your fingers, your toes. I know everything about you. I know what we're going to be missing. I know what's going to be added. I know everything about you. God knew everything about you. Shalom, my people. Shalom, my people. Shalom. I love you. I love you. Share this word. Get this word out because this is what we need. Share this word with God. Share this word with the people. Start reading your Bible. I gave you scriptures. If you no, you can go back and read these scriptures and see that I'm not lying. Get out of that church habit of going to church and let the preacher just tell you anything, and you close your book and go home. Start studying, start reading. Hey, these books are not real thick books, man. Some of them like 50 pages. That's how you start out reading. 50 pages, 25 pages, 30 pages. You read these little books, some are 100 pages. You can read them. And it likes you. Then that's why you start reading and reading. It won't bother you. You can read three. I'm reading 3-4 books at a time. I read 20 pages with the day, 30 pages on another book. I just read. It's simple. Sit in your chair, relax, get you a drink, and sit back and get you a glass of wine. I want to go back and do that story, do that verses on wine, where God said the wine is good for the body, it's good for the man, because the man, God understand you're going through a lot of stress. So you get you a little glass of wine, you sit back and you sip it, it mellows you out. God's first miracle was wine. So they try to tell you that it's wrong, but what's wrong is that you drink too much of it and you don't know who you are. You'll remember you act a different person. But what I'm trying to tell you is that it's a way to do everything. But sit back, get you some wine in a glass, and read your Bible. It's not sacro-religion, because that's what the church try to tell you, Christianity try to tell you, but God don't wine. If you know why God's eyes are red, you see his eyes are red as fire. It's because he drunk wine. But he drunk it in moderation. They said God should come as a wine bibber. God did came. Jesus came just like that. So, but as long as you sitting there, you chilling, that's why you mellow out. I'm gonna do it. I do it for you. I can explain it to you, because I know you won't get it in this short period of time. But anyway, shalom, my people. Shalom, my people. I want you to pass this word about. Get it where it can be shown to the people. I love you very much. Shalom, my people. Shalom.